What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, The Whiskey Jedi. Super excited to be back. I know it's been a little bit. I apologize. Things are wild here in the Berlin household, but I'm excited to be back, hanging out, talking the things that I really, really enjoy while drinking a little bit of whiskey. And I just realized I hit the wrong intro. It still works. I still like it a lot, but it's not the one I've been using. I've been thinking about this, not lately, but I thought about it today. I really need to figure out an intro for this channel specifically. Um, I don't really know what to do with the intro. Do I include, you know, uh, pouring of whiskey with my favorite shots of movies, or let me know in the chat. I would love to hear from you guys. Comments, if you're watching this afterwards, let me know. Would love to hear from you guys what you would like to see from an intro, or what do you think works well for me for an intro. Hello, Stardew. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, look, it's been a little bit. I've been kind of MIA from this channel specifically over the last a while. The last episode I did was with great John Hoey. Had him on the show. What is, I can say now, months ago. It's been a little while. It's just been busy. Obviously, since my last show, Gabby and I announced that we have a little youngling on the way, if you will. He is due in late September, so our schedules have been pretty swamped with doing things with that. I obviously have both Apocalypse movies and A Certain Point of View, which those are on Mondays and Tuesdays, usually during this time right now. But due to it being Memorial Day, we decided to take the week off. And I was like, you know what? I got nothing to do. I finished some stuff in the nursery because I'm currently putting together the nursery, some painting and some boards and stuff. I was like, why don't I just pop in, hang out, take some questions, talk the things I like. Gabby's working, so just me and the dogs, and now it's me and you guys. So I'm very excited to be here. Happy to talk a bunch of random stuff tonight. Obviously, I have some things that I'm doing tonight. I finally got my Scarlet Witch hot toy, which I've been waiting for over 2 years for. I ordered it back in March of 2021, and it finally came last week. I don't know why it took so long. Hot toys usually take a little bit, but they always have a date on them. It got pushed twice, and no matter what, it's still here. I'm here. I'm gonna put it together, talk about it, open it up, see what all the interesting pieces in it. And just for those wondering, it's the WandaVision Scarlet Witch. It's not the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange 2 wasn't even in the review or the front mirror at that point when I had ordered it. It was, but it was very far off, or a year off, I guess. And then I want to talk some TV. I've been watching a crap ton of television, and I'm excited to talk some of the shows that I've been watching. And I'm going to do it all while pairing it with a rye whiskey that's been sitting on my shelf for over a year. I have not opened it. It's brand new. It's sealed. You can see it. Has not been opened. It is Governor's Reserve Taos Lightning straight rye whiskey, if I'm saying that correct. It might be Taos Lightning. I'm not 100% sure. I'm really excited to try this tonight. It's like I said, it's been sitting on my shelf for over a year. And the reason why it's been sitting on my shelf is because my parents took a road trip over a year ago, maybe even close to 2 years now. Time is flying, I'm telling you that much. And they drove from where we are to New Mexico, maybe even Texas, at least New Mexico. And then they flew back. So they made a road trip, and they drove all the way. They were in an RV. They did the Arizona. They did New Mexico. They did it all. They stopped at all these places, and they brought this back for me. This is a New Mexico whiskey. I didn't even know New Mexico made things like this, if I'm being honest. Because all I expected was a few small towns and desert. But yeah, this is a New Mexico whiskey, and it's got a very interesting backstory. And I'm going to read the backstory once I get into it. It's a little bit longer, but I definitely want you guys to hear it. So I'm excited to try it. I don't do ryes very much on this channel because bourbons are so much more popular. And so I'm excited to bring a rye back into the fold. Hope everyone's doing great out there, though. Andy, Jane, Stardew, thank you guys so much for joining me. John, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Front mirror would just be would just be reflection. Yes, it would be, Andy. That's why I kind of corrected myself. I don't know the exact term. I guess just in front of me. I guess that's the best way of saying it. I tried to wrap my head around that one quickly. Didn't work. Anyway, if you guys have questions about random things going on in the world, movies, television, anything, happy to take them. Super, super happy to take them. I would love to just hang out with you guys, talk whatever you guys want to talk about, especially when I do Scarlet Witch here. I'm going to save the TV stuff for a little bit towards the end, maybe even after I put it together, which won't be super long with the TV stuff. And it probably just won't be too long either because these pretty much come assembled. It's just about putting small pieces together. You can see all of it behind me. This is my, what is this? See, I have Mando, IG 11, Captain Marvel, and Ahsoka. So this is number 5. This is hot toy number 5. And I can 100% say this is my final hot toy for a very long time because all my money is now going to go towards Baby B. And he's going to get all the hot toys. Gabby's going to kill me if that happens. So for the time being, these unboxings, put together figure things will probably be on hold for quite a while. Unless one magically comes, like I did Boba, which POV crew got me, and they also got me Cap up there, but they're not really figures, they're more statues. They're in place. So there's no real major unboxing I can do there. These hot toys kind of maneuver around. You can change pieces in and out, etc. And I will say this flat out right now, because I've said this internally to the crew. I love my hot toys. I love them. I love the way they look. I think the four that I have currently out, they all look fantastic. I think they're spot on. I think these two, they look like Ahsoka and Carol Danvers very much. But over the past couple of years, especially since I ordered this, because this Scarlet Witch was my last order that I made, I'm starting to become a little bit more of a fan of the statues. I just like the way they look. I don't know why. And I just like how kind of compact they are. I especially love this Boba. I love the waist up. I kind of like the size of him. I like how heavy he is. But also because it's a statue and pieces don't maneuver in and out, don't change. The detail, not a knock against these hot toys, I promise you. But the detail in these statues feels much more significant because it's all just in place. Everything just stays put, right? It's a little bit, special is the wrong word, but that's just my opinion. I know many people who would much rather prefer hot toys, like Jacob over on Apocalypse. He would much rather have hot toys than a statue. So it just all comes down to personal preference. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and pour a glass of some Tails Lightning. First of all, that's a bad-ass name, Tails Lightning. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's okay. Tails Lightning straight rye whiskey. I'm super intrigued by this. Super, super intrigued. New Mexico, I don't know what kind of flavors they kind of go for. What is like their go-to. I didn't really, like I said up top, I didn't really know that they made whiskeys and stuff like that. Whiskey, obviously, it's made everywhere, but for the majority of the part, it's Kentucky bourbon. You know what I mean? So let's go and open this up. Not a normal type of whiskey, by the way. Doesn't have cork. Don't unwrap it. Twist off. Real simple. And it's not twisting. The whole thing's about to come off, and I don't want that to happen. So hold on a sec. Let's see. Unless I have to. Looks like I might have to. Watch it not open because I haven't opened it. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have done this to start the show. That is interesting. I wonder why it's not working. Don't make me get my pliers out, Tails. Oh, there it goes. There we go. All right. Struggle bus. That's Okay, that's interesting. Whoa, there is something in there that I have never smelled in a whiskey before. I'm going straight neat tonight. Stardew, I don't have my Spider-Verse tickets. Wow. For those of you who may be joining me for the very first time, and audio listeners, this is kind of just part of the show, especially for ones that I've never tried before. I sit here and I meld this over. Very interesting. Okay, this is I'm not gonna say I'm scared. I'm not gonna like it, but it's strong. It is very strong. It's not a bad thing though. Sometimes that's good. Stardew, so I don't have my Spider-Verse tickets yet. Mainly because so for those who watch us regularly, you know that myself, Brian, the Apocalypse Boys, and a couple of others, we've kind of always gone to the movies, like the big movies, together. We kind of make a little thing out of it, right? We've done IMAX, we've done some regular theaters as far as like XD and stuff. But I've just reassessed a little bit due to the baby on the way. And it's not me not going to see theater or see movies in theaters, which in 4 months, I will not be able to see as much in theaters, if any, just because of the baby coming. Things will definitely change for me, which is going to be a huge adjustment for myself because over the last so many years, I've experienced a lot of movies in theaters, which I still want to do, but obviously priorities, right? Like it's kind of a give and take situation. But to kind of set myself up for it, what I'm doing is I'm still going to go experience them in theaters, but I'm not for the majority of them. I'm not going to be going Thursday nights when they first open, because I won't be doing that. Like if I get a chance to see a movie, it'll be on a Sunday morning, Saturday afternoon, or something. It's not going to be on Thursday nights. My Thursday nights are going to be dedicated to family, home life, etc. And so I'm starting to kind of wheeze myself off of Thursdays for all of the big movies. Now, like I said, there's a few that I do have locked down. Like just because it's an early screening, I got an early screening to Transformers, which I'm really looking forward to. I am going to see Flash on Thursday night. I'm going to see Indy on Thursday night. Uh, I will definitely go see Mission Impossible on Thursday night. I don't know about Barbie or Oppenheimer just yet. I know Gabby wants to see Barbie, so that'll be a good chance to take her, and Thursday nights don't work for her. I will definitely be seeing Dune Thursday night in IMAX. That'll probably be the last big IMAX movie that I'm able to see. Although Baby will be here by then. That'll probably be like the one time I'm able to actually get out and go see that. We'll see. Obviously, things change. So as far as Spider-Verse goes, which I know comes out this weekend, I will not be seeing it Thursday, unfortunately. I mean, maybe there's a chance, but we'll see. We'll see. It more than likely will be this weekend. Andy, I didn't pick it over this week, and our home was dedicated to me putting the nursery together. I spent basically all day yesterday doing stuff with the nursery, and I'm still continuing that process. So it really just comes down to whether or not I have the time this week to do it on Thursday. Gabby works Thursday nights most of the time, and so if I'm able to finish the nursery and have things kind of settled, etc., then definitely I would absolutely love to go see the movie. But if I don't have that stuff done, it'll be pushed till over the weekend. So trust me, you've been watching me long enough to know that I'm looking forward a little bit more to Spider-Verse 2 than The Flash. It's nothing against The Flash, but I have my opinions on it. Okay. If we want to get into that, we can get into it. But all right, let's try this. And then I'm going to open up Scarlet Witch. We're going to go to town on this thing. If you guys have questions throughout while I'm doing this, please ask. Shout it out in the comments. I will answer anything and everything. And just let me know. Sardrew, yeah, I'm going Flash, Spidey, and Indy for sure. Yeah, I mean, look, starting this week, And it really started in May. Starting this week, it's movie after movie after movie after movie after movie. I mean, off the top of my head, from June until August, we have Spider-Verse 2, Transformers, Flash, Indy. There's probably something before Indy. Elemental, the Pixar film. Mission Impossible, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Blue Beetle. And there's a couple more that I'm forgetting for sure. But I mean, just that alone is big. So let's go and get into this. Let me try this first. I haven't even tried this yet. I've been smelling it the whole time. Ooh. Whew. That's a bite. Okay, let me unwrap this. It has not been wrapped. Jane, to answer your question, what do you think Scarlet Witch's best overall outfit is? Oh, man, that's so tough. Honestly, it might be this one. It might be, and we didn't. So, Jane, let me ask you this: are you combining Doctor Strange and WandaVision's outfits together? Because there is a slight difference in the two, and I'm curious if you're combining them as one. That'll help me answer the question. So, here we go. This is the box. Pretty dope. The WandaVision wallpaper, right, with like the TV screens and the glitching and everything. It has texture to it, which is super interesting. All of these, like the statics, is all textured. You can tell the different material that is super cool. The logo is so fire. Okay, Jane, thank you. They are two different outfits. Okay, so I like the WandaVision outfit, and the reason why I don't, well, it's not that I don't like them. I prefer the glove sleeves over the full length sleeves. It's so subtle and such a minor difference, but I prefer WandaVision because I don't like the full sleeves. It's not that I don't like them, I just prefer. So I'm curious, what about you guys? What is your favorite? What is your favorite Scarlet Witch outfit? There's a couple of good ones. Even her ones before she became Scarlet Witch, right? Like the Civil War, Infinity War stuff was really cool. Like I did like it, but it just wasn't Scarlet Witch, you know? You wanted to see that kind of full-blown outfit with, you know, the headpiece and everything. Okay, so I'm opening it up. They're going with a pink, which is super interesting. I mean, I'm not against it, but I will say this right off the bat. This is already a different box than my other Hot Toys. It already feels super different. Where is... Let me pull this sticker off. Usually when you open these up, you take that piece off, the one that I unboxed already, and it's just the Hot Toy right there. Yeah, WandaVision for sure, Andy says, and Jane says, I think either WandaVision or Age of Ultron are the two best outfits. Age of Ultron is good with Nat's jacket. I do like the kind of like gothy look she has in Age of Ultron. It's pretty cool. I do like the Civil War outfit, though. But either way, it's the WandaVision. No question, WandaVision. Yeah, this is already a super different box. Like maybe that's why it took so long to get here, because they were revamping the box. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even see the back. Look at the back. That's so cool. That's a keeper box right there for sure. I mean, I keep them all. I can bring over boxes I have, but you know. Oh, Andy, that's a good question. Jane, are you talking about the post-credit scene or inside the actual movie? Because the post-credit scene outfit is like the Civil War outfit per se. It's like it transforms a little bit, right? She's given like those leather pants and the super long red jacket, whereas in the movie she's kind of got like she's got the black skirt with the black stockings and Nat's red leather jacket. That's a good question, Andy. Thank you. It's so interesting, right? That these Marvel movies they don't ever stick with an outfit or a suit for more than a movie. Like the perfect example is and I'm not going to say anything as far as like what it looks like because I actually haven't even really seen what it looks like. I don't know why this isn't coming out. There we go. But they're already changing Sam Wilson's suit. They're already making it different. Like, I'm bummed we're not going to see Falcon and Winter Soldier's version of that Captain America suit for Sam. I loved it, and I wanted to see it in a full-blown movie. It's just unfortunate, right? I forgot the post-credit one. That is also excellent. Yeah, the post-credit one is awesome. It's a great, great suit. It is. And it transforms into when we see her in Civil War. It's kind of it's a different take on Civil War, that outfit. Or I guess the early version of it, right? Yeah, Andy, they're changing Captain America's suit already. I'm not going to say how. I didn't look at it, leaks and all that crap because it's filming. I just saw a headline. And the headline gave it away, but the suit's going to be different than Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is a big, big bummer. Big bummer. Yeah, look, this hot toy is already reaffirming for me that this is my favorite outfit. This is so, so sick. I don't want to rip her head off. So this is fresh. No additions added on. It's like her lobby screen on a video game. I don't want to rip anything off, but all these pieces of plastic are in here that are super annoying. Since we all kind of agree on the first, what's your guys' second favorite WandaVision outfit? I would love to know. I just took her head off, by the way. Okay, here we go. Her lobby screen, no add-ons. That's sick. That is sick. I wish it would freaking focus on her, but that's okay if I did this. Not working. I don't think I have that high quality of a camera. I love the logo on her belt. I love the deep red too. And I just love the pant design. Like the kind of like super suit pant design. And I love the addition of the Mind Stone in her chest for Vision. But again, I just think that the glove sleeves look way better. Way better. That's just me though. That's just me. Headpiece on absolute point. This is a good one. This is one of the better ones that I have. No wonder it took so long. Andy, so speaking of outfits, the Guardians outfits, oh my god, the team outfits, it's everything I was waiting for in that franchise. Everything I was waiting for in that franchise. Because that's what they were in the comic books. Right? They have their own versions of stuff in the comic books. But that's exactly those are the exact suits in the comic books, which I'm obsessed with. The deep navy blue with the red and the symbol, it's perfection. It is literal perfection. Okay, back to this real quick. I just noticed this. I was looking for a stand because they all come with stands. I don't know if it does. It looks like it has one, but she has a hood. And it's not coming. Is it taped? It's probably taped. No. There we go. Okay. So. All right. There's her stand. So this is her stand. Let me show you the stand, which is so sick. That's sick. The headpiece is everything. The headpiece is everything. And then this is her cape / hood. Look at that. That is fire. Tell me that's not Magneto. That's Magneto without the hood. Look at the design, the intricacy on this. And the shoulder pieces. Oh, so good. So good. Okay. I don't think I'm going to put it on her just yet. So when I do these things, when I do these hot toys, and I did this specifically with Captain Marvel back there, I picture like a scene in my head of what I want them to look like. For me, when it came to Carol, it was when she was holding the Infinity Gauntlet, or the Nano Gauntlet, technically, right? She has it in her hand right there. So it's right as like she kind of gets her little moment against Thanos, has the gauntlet, etc. In this moment for Scarlet Witch, it's just WandaVision in general, that last episode, because it's the only time we get to see her in the outfit. But she never has the cape on. And while I love the cape, I'm just thinking to myself, WandaVision. And she doesn't have it on. So for the time being, I am probably going to keep it off. How does this go on? Oh, there we go. And that's just how I'll roll. That is how I will roll. All right. Put this on, get her stand ready. And then I'm going to change up some hands, etc., to give her a nice fancy look. So pulling this back over, the collectible set. Oh my God. I didn't even know this. I did not know it came with this. The Darkhold. I had no idea it came with this. That is so sick. Look at the little mini Darkhold with it focused on the Scarlet Witch page in the book. Oh, that's so sick. Oh hell yeah. I'm juiced. So psyched right now. It also came with batteries, which I wonder what that means. I think she might light up. I just don't know where. You just built the Lego Darkhold today? That's awesome, Jane. Oh, wait. Send a picture. I want to see. Send a picture in the Discord. I would love to see that. Okay, so while I'm doing this, let's talk about some TV, guys. I want to hear from you guys. What TV shows are you currently watching? What shows are you looking forward to watching? Things that, you kind of have on your radar. I can talk about one specifically, which it's on the thumbnail. Oh my God, her arms light up. But how do those come off? Oh, I have to take the actual glove off? Okay, maybe I will put the cape on. The cape does look pretty sick. It does look pretty good. So Citadel. If you have not watched Citadel on Prime Video, I highly recommend. I do have a few kind of nitpicks of it, but I highly recommend. It's only 6 episodes, and that's actually one of my negatives. I thought it was way too short. I thought it could have easily been 8 episodes. And for those of you who may not have an idea of what Citadel is, it's from the Russo brothers. And it's already been confirmed. There's actually a spinoff, not a spinoff, a different story happening in the same universe coming out next year. So it's called Citadel Diana, I believe it's called. So the idea of Citadel, let me just break it down for you in case you haven't heard of it. So it's the super spy agency in the world. It's number one above CIA, above MI6, above them all. It's like the ultimate of the ultimate, right? They have all the technology. They have the best agents. They are like the number one world power when it comes to spy agencies. And this is all in the trailer. In the opening episode, they're essentially bombarded and destroyed. Thousands of Citadel agents are killed. because a list was exposed on the whereabouts of the agents. And there's like it's not really like a rival spy agency, but it's a rival organization or like an enemy threat called Manticore, and they're the ones who destroy them all. And this is all in the trailer, guys, I promise. But like the trailer says, the two leads, Priyanka Chopra Jones and Richard Madden, their minds are wiped. They don't remember who they are, that they're spies, all of it. So it's partly about them getting their memory back, but also partly about the Citadel aspect. So going back to the next series, Citadel Diana, it's the perspective of Citadel coming down, I'm pretty sure, from her end. So it's what she goes through when, first of all, as an agent, but second of all, when Citadel is destroyed, which is kind of cool. Like, you could tell a bunch of different stories in that world about just that alone from every corner of the world. Now, it was confirmed season 2 is coming, which I'm super happy about because I really do like the show. I'm a huge, huge, huge Richard Madden fan. I love Priyanka Chopra Jones. I think she is great. She really fits this type of role. If you didn't watch, which I didn't watch, but I know that she was in it. She was in a show called Quantico, which action, guns, etc. That's kind of where she first popped up on the scene. Very similar here. Has a lot of cool action. There's a lot of cool stunts in this show. And again, it's from the Russo brothers. So you can't really argue that. They write good stuff. They didn't direct, which is a plus. But Joe Russo, I believe, just Joe, is directing every episode of season 2, which is cool. That's cool. I like that. Okay, so let me run through a couple of the comments why I said this. Let's see. Currently watching Silo. John, I'm also watching Silo. Silo is great, although I wanted to pick the pace up. I think it's kind of just, and I get it, there's a lot of story to tell, but it is kind of just like, not lollygagging, but it's taking its time a little too much. I wanted to get going. John, message me on Discord. I would love to hear your theories on everything because I have some. I'm super interested. So let me know. I watched Muppets Mayhem last week, and it was Muppets Mayhem. I didn't watch. I've never really been a Muppets guy though. Andy, would I like it? You know my opinions enough. Let me know if I would like it. Sarju, I am old school on TV. Court, Quedium, Leap, and okay. Some good TV shows. It's funny that those are all back on the air too, which is funny. John Boo, Succession, and Barry did end. Yeah, I didn't watch Barry because I couldn't get into it, but Succession did end. But it ended on a bang. Ended on a bang. That last episode was absolute fire. Like fire. Like ultimate fire. All right. Let me see if I can light this bad boy up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So let me show off some pieces. So look at it. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, it came with batteries. Her hand lights up. It gave me another hand where it lights up. But then it gave me this to connect to another hand, which is like her magic coming out. Super, super cool. I'm definitely throwing one of these like demon hands on. I can tell you that much. I'm always afraid to break. Always. Oh, let me do this though. Oh, I need a screwdriver. Okay, I'm not putting in the batteries just yet. I'll do it and I'll send a picture. But I have to grab a little screwdriver. Oops. So let me just put some of this stuff on. And again, I'm always afraid to break. I know they're strong, but like, you just never know, right? I don't know what kind of stance to give her. Let's see. Succession and Barry. I'm planning on watching American Born Chinese. Oh, that comes out. Okay. That's on my list too. I'm looking forward to that. When that trailer first dropped, which I think was during the Oscars or maybe before, I was blown away by what that was. Like, it's essentially Everything Everywhere All at Once all over again, but in a kid version and not the same story. Not a kid version, but just a little bit less mature than Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh, it's already out. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Andy. I'll put that on my watch list. Gordon, I've been watching season 3 of Demon Slayer. I have no idea what Demon Slayer is. No idea. So I just no clue. Let's see. One more Ted Lasso. Yeah, John, it's sad, man. It is very, very sad. How does this go on? So I want to hear, while on the topic, for those who watch Ted Lasso, what do you guys think is happening? I want to know what you guys think is happening. Like, I think we can all guess it, right? Ted's leaving. He's going to go back home. But what do you think is happening to the team? Do you think it's going to be Nate and Roy? Because that's kind of what I'm thinking. Would love to hear from you guys. How the hell does this stick on here? It's got to be Nate and Roy, right? It just makes the most sense. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. Ted's going home to summon. Nate will be manager of Richmond. You think Nate's going to manage? See, I think Roy's going to manage with Nate as like his top assistant, kind of like the Beard situation. John, I don't think Beard's staying without Roy or without Ted. That's just my opinion. I don't see Beard without Roy or without Ted. I don't know why I keep saying Roy. All right, this isn't coming out, so I'm just going to rip this. Yeah, I think Beard and Ted are going to leave. Nate will probably take over the club. I think Beard. Do you think Beard will stay too? Interesting. Okay, am I the only one that thinks that Beard's going to leave? Why do I feel like I'm now the only one? Let me know. You think Rebecca will go with Ted? So, Jane, explain yourself. Is she gonna sell the club? Or is she gonna remain owner and just do it from afar? What's up, Jared? Thank you for joining, man. Hey, I'm drinking, which I'm gonna get to in here just a second. I'm drinking Teos Lightning, Governor's Reserve, straight rye whiskey. First timer. I'm gonna get to it here in just a second. I'm putting together my Scarlet Witch, which I'm pretty juiced about, if I'm being honest. She looks badass. Although I'm a little nervous. I don't know what kind of stance to give her. Okay, that's a little too low. Let's see. He could leave after his speech to Nate. John. Okay. Andy, we got the reveal of how much Ted has done for him last episode, but Beard is thriving in England, and yeah, Jane is there. Okay. All right. She can't have kids, but she wants kids, but Ted already has the kids, so she could become a stepmother, and they fit well together. Okay, so to the Beard thing, I hear you guys. I guess I'm just not over the fact that I don't see Beard without Ted. So, but I mean, hey, Beard could be the coach with Roy and Nate. The three of them can coach. Okay. You guys are getting me on board a little bit. And the kids thing makes sense, Jane. It does. So do you think Rebecca sells the club, or does she remain owner and she's just in America? How about that? I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know. All right, I think I need to raise her a little bit. I need to get her off the ground. Let Leslie take it, but let Leslie take over Rebecca's role. Yeah, she keeps it but leaves. Okay. I think she could still own the club and live in the U.S., which also gives her and Ted reasons to go back and see. Okay, you guys are winning me over a little bit. That's tomorrow, huh? Man, we might have to do like a review or something. I cannot believe Ted Lasso is ending. I'm so sad right now. You guys have ruined my day. I'm just kidding. I want some inspiration on how to have her. Where's my phone? I need some inspiration on how to have her. Let's see. Scarlet, Witch, Hot Toy. Okay, I think you guys have won me over. So, Beard stays. Nate is the main manager with Roy and Beard. Ted leaves. Rebecca leaves. But she still owns. John has an interesting question. They kind of last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, one or the other, slight tease about the Rebecca Sam thing, where they had that kind of glance at each other, right? Does that never happen? That's so strange. Everybody I talk to thinks that Rebecca and Ted are getting together. They're going to get together on the very last episode? That's just... I don't know. Okay, I'm looking at some inspiration real quick, guys. She buys an MLS team. Okay, interesting. I don't think it'll happen. It's just what I want. That's fair. Honestly, I would be okay with Rebecca and Ted getting together, but it just feels like it would have needed to happen earlier. That's just my opinion. Like I just it feels, I don't know. It just kind of feels like it's too late. It's too late, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Okay, let me see. I'm putting this together, guys, so hang with me. I'm trying to make sure that it's sealed properly. Otherwise, it won't work. And I want to make sure it doesn't fall off, you know? Okay. What else? What is everybody else watching? So I will say this, and it's not a show for everyone, and maybe everyone hasn't watched this. I've been putting off the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel finale because the show's ending. I can't get myself to watch it, if I'm being honest. I'm a little scared to watch it. That's just personal. I love the show so much. Like, so much. And I can't get myself to watch it. It came out Friday, and now it's Monday. Like, I had all weekend to watch it. So, Jane, so what do you think will happen between Roy and Keely? I think they're together. I think their fates are sealed and they're together. I think that they're going to move forward together. They had their rough patch and they've kind of both moved on from it. I loved the moment between the two of them last week. Or was that 2 weeks ago? It might have been 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I think. Or maybe it was last week. I don't know. Where Roy kind of apologized, right? It was 2 weeks ago. And then they were kind of together last week. I think that they're just back together. They're back being Roy and Keely, which I love because they were right for each other. They were so weirdly right for each other, right? But they went through their rough patch. They went through their thing together. Roy kind of had to find himself. Keely kind of had to experiment, go through a little bit of a heartbreak. So, yeah. John, what Lasso spinoffs would you want? Roy and Jamie and something? That's tough, man. I mean, I guess there could be a Richmond spinoff. Like, I wouldn't hate it, obviously. Like, I would love to see the club continue on. But at some point, those characters are going to kind of go away, right? They're not going to be there forever, contracts, etc. If I had to choose one, and just one, I kind of like the idea of Ted being the only character that moves on. And maybe it turns into him coaching soccer in the US. Maybe he goes back to football. Like, sure, he's been coaching soccer, right, in England and going through that. But I think I'm doing this wrong. I just realized I think I'm doing this wrong. Who's to say the show can't be about Ted coaching football? And kind of doing the same thing again, but in perspective of football. If I was to get a spinoff, which I don't know if I want one. I don't know if I want to continue this without continuing it, if that makes sense. Because I've also had like this kind of like come to with spinoffs in general. Because they're already like asking the cast of Succession, like, oh, would you ever do a spinoff? Or would you ever continue on? Right. Why does everything need to have a spinoff? Everything needs a spinoff? I don't think that's true. Like, sure, it can call for it, but you need to do it. Like it has to happen. Like those three, like let's just speak on Ted Lasso, for example. Like those 3 seasons weren't perfect enough to where you could be like, nope, we're satisfied with those stories to tell. And I get it. It's about money and studios. I get it. But why? Does it have to happen? I don't think so. That's just me personally, you know? I don't think we need to have it. All right, I'm kind of dialing this in, and I think I'm going to put her cape on, guys. I just want to see what it looks like. Andy, Roy and Keeley has been so weird. I thought there was going to be more with Roy and the hot teacher after the chemistry. Yeah, I mean, it kind of would have fit, to be honest. And Andy, but the only time we saw her this season, she was the catalyst for Roy to go back. Yeah, I mean, she served her purpose, right? She kind of just served what she was meant to be there. And he's already done football, right? That's why he went viral at the start of the first season. Well, yeah, so he was a football coach to begin with. And then he couldn't essentially find a job and just took a coaching gig. And we knew at the beginning at the first season that Rebecca hired him just so he could fail. Like, she purposely hired an American football coach to coach soccer. So football's in his blood, which means he can go back to it. Like, sure, look, I love Ted Lasso to death. I love Ted. I think he's an incredible character. He's not a soccer coach, though. Like, sure, he runs the team and he runs practices and he now understands the game a little bit more. But he has Roy. He has Beard. He had Nate. He's got Jamie who's running plays, right? He has people in his corner. I don't see him continuing on with soccer coaching. I see him going back to football coaching because that's what he does. I could be wrong. Jane agreed. Sometimes letting things end is the best thing you can do for him. Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. 3 seasons is short, especially in this day and age with television. And because the show is doing so phenomenally, like, it's hard to realize that it's ending. But sometimes, like, it's that old saying, like, just finish on top. I love the saying from the Dark Knight of Harvey Dent. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. We've seen plenty of shows in the past die by sucking, right? By not ending well. Game of Thrones. It's a perfect example. It could not finish. It could not cross the finish line. So I think it's okay to let things kind of fade into whatever TV heaven is. But it's had 3 incredible seasons, right? I don't know if every season's been 12 episodes, but if they've all had 12 episodes, that's 36 episodes of incredible television. There's nothing wrong with walking away with that. And you think of it like Ted Lasso, if you put it in movie form, it's 2, maybe 3 movies, right? Like it's not very long. 3 seasons is a lot. Like that's a lot of episodes. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't. And I would much rather see stuff fade into existence on top rather than kind of die with them being bad. And another example outside of Game of Thrones for me is The Flash. The first 4, maybe 5 seasons were like peak television. Like they knew what they were doing. Season 1, season 2, incredible. Some of the best CW Universe television seasons that you'll ever get. The last 4 or 5 seasons, it's just been there. Like people are hanging on because they want to watch it and they want to finish it. I stopped at some point. I don't know where I stopped. I was so disappointed and so bummed that it got so bad. I don't know. It's definitely a good conversation. John, I would push for a spinoff if it shows how many different options like Game of Thrones. Yeah, I mean, hey, there's definitely a possibility. There's plenty of characters that you can follow. Andy, I agree with that for a character, but I don't think that would be a great show. My only disappointment with the show ending is this is one of the best ensembles in forever, and I want to keep watching all these characters and actors together. I agree with that point for sure. But how long? So to your point, Andy, as far as the ensembles, a nice little one that kind of goes with that is Sex Education for me. So Sex Education, as far as young actors, it's one of the best ensembles we have on television. And that's just a personal preference. The show, to me, is perfect. It does no wrong. I am obsessed with Sex Education. Season 4 is coming. 2 actors are not returning because they're not returning. They don't want to, or maybe schedules. I don't know. And the young girl who plays Maeve, one of the main characters, has already said season 4 is her last. How long can you hold on to people, right? We've seen people walk away. Even Cisco in The Flash, he wanted to walk away after a certain point. So, I get it. It's ensembles. You don't want to see them go away. But I would much rather the show finish with them together than rather 3 years down the road, them finish with only half of them together. Because it wouldn't be the same. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you this right now, and I'm not guaranteeing it, but Brett Goldstein wouldn't be on the show if it lasted 6 seasons. I guarantee it. I wouldn't. I'm not. Like I just said, I'm not going to guarantee it. But that dude's going to get so much work. He's not going to work on that show forever. I think it's a good stopping point. I do. I think 3 seasons is a really, really good stopping point. Jane, or as I always think of it, The Hangover is a classic that no one talks about anymore because there were 2 crappy movies that bummed all the goodwill. You are 100% correct. 100% correct. And it's not to this extent, but it is in the conversation. You could say the same thing about the sequel series, right? The majority of people, The Force Awakens is top notch, top tier Star Wars, right? Loved it, obsessed, can't wait. It's great, it's fun. It brought Star Wars back. The Last Jedi is very highly regarded, but it's very divisive. Then there's The Rise of Skywalker. Those 2 movies kind of kick The Force Awakens down a little bit, right? Because they're one big story. It's the same kind. And look, that's not a comparison to Ted Lasso. It's not. It's just regarding what Jane said about The Hangover. I wanted to bring it up a little bit. There's a lot of different variables, a lot of different comparisons you can make. I'm bummed that Ted Lasso is ending. And a matter of fact, let's just talk about the week that some of us are having. This is a bad time to be a TV fan. Very bad time to be a TV fan. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Succession, Barry, Ted Lasso, all ending. Not seasons, forever. In Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In 5 days, 4 of the best television shows on the planet are calling it. That hurts. That really, really hurts. I watched 3 of those 4. It sucks, man. Like, my weeks have been filled with so much goodness because of these shows. I'm going to fall apart. I'm on 100%. Like I said earlier, I have not watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, the finale, the final episode, because I don't want it to end. I just don't want it to end. It's such a bummer. It is such a bummer. All right, I'm going to finish her up. I'm going to finish putting WandaVision's cape on because I've been holding it for the last 15 minutes. I'm going to finish my drink. I want to talk a little bit about Teos, and then we'll kind of slowly wrap ourselves up. But I'm really enjoying this. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone watching right now, everyone watching back on the playback, everyone listening on audio. This has been a really fun episode. So keep the questions coming. Any TV you guys are watching, any movies you guys are watching, anything you may be looking forward to. John Pierce, The Night Manager is great. I cannot recommend the show enough to anybody looking for a show to watch. It's the first season. There's only one season, excuse me. It came out in I want to say as far back as 2014. I could be wrong. Might be 2016. But it's Tom Hiddleston, Hugh Laurie, Olivia Colman, Elizabeth Debicki. Like, the cast is bonkers good. It's one season. There's a second season that was confirmed a couple months ago. It is coming. It's based on a series of books, and it follows Tom Hiddleston's character as an undercover spy. Watch it. I believe it's on Prime. John, please correct me if I'm wrong. But it's great. And it's only one season, and there's more coming. So it's not like it's a one-and-done thing. You're getting more of it, which is cool. All right, I got to pop her head off, so if you see a head come off. I want to put her cape on, though, because it does look cool after seeing it. But I don't want to wreck anything. Oh, yeah, that looks awesome. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, as always, Jane. Appreciate it. Stay safe. Be well. Andy, you are correct. I will have time to watch Avatar. And I am going to have a reaction coming to you guys very soon, actually. So look out for that. Oh, this is going to be tough. How the hell does this go? That's so strange. Okay. I guess it goes like this. Yep, goes like that. Let's see. Gordon, Fubar is on my list. I have not been able to watch it yet. But Fubar is on my list. Question for everybody, and they can ponder. Where should I put her? Where should I put her in the background? Probably find a way to put her next to Mando, right? Next to her ears, maybe. Let's see. What movie was Bautista and Jodie Foster in? They were in Hotel Artemis. Boom. Got you, Star Drew. Got you. John Pierce, yes, Prime. Okay, it's on Prime. I might even rewatch that. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's got to be like 6 to 8 episodes too. It's probably a short watch. Yeah, with her ears, Annie. That's what I'm thinking. I'll move Mando over. I'll find a new spot for Cap. Or I can shift. That's what I'll do. I'll put Cap next to Peggy. I'll shift Bo, Ahsoka, and Maul over. Yeah, I'll do that. That'll work. Okay, so final product. I put the cape on. I changed the hand out a little bit. She's got some magic coming out of her arms. No batteries just yet. It's a little bit of a process with like screwdrivers and stuff. I will definitely eventually do it. I do want to find a way to put the Darkhold on as well. I have a lot of trash to throw away, unfortunately. But here she is in all her glory. Boom. She looks fire. Look at that. Magic coming out of her hand glowing down there. She's got the cape on. Oh, on her stand. She's off the ground technically a little bit. Knees bent. She looks good. She looks really good. Let me just tighten this up a little bit. Look at that. That's pretty sick. Honestly, might be my second favorite hot toy. Shout out if you can figure out what number one hot toy is. Should be pretty easy. Look at that. Look at the cape though. The cape ended up looking pretty cool. It ended up pretty cool. And the hood is actually hidden underneath her hair, which I like. I didn't need to put the hood on. We haven't actually seen her. Maybe we have. Either way, she doesn't wear the hood very much. But she looks good. She looks really good. Super, super happy. It was way too long of a wait, but super, super happy. All right, there it is. My Scarlet Witch WandaVision. Finally. John Booz, no, I don't need a vision. I can't afford it. Unfortunately, I just can't afford it. Starter, did you get Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray or 4K? No, I did not get it on physical. It's on digital, though. We share... my parents and I share a Prime Video account, and my dad doesn't really get to go to the theater very much because of work and just time. And he watched Top Gun Maverick on Prime and he ended up buying it. So I believe I have the 4K edition on Prime Video, just digital. So, and I'll be honest, like digital is my jam. Like you can see all the Blu-rays underneath me, right? There's 2.5 rows of them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to buy them anymore. If I do, it's gonna be kids' movies. I just don't have the space. The space is very difficult. It's very difficult to keep up on. So, all right. Well, I want to get into Teos a little bit. So hang with me, guys. I really appreciate it. Everyone watching, you guys rock. Seriously. This has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I miss doing this, and this episode proved to me that I need to do it more. Flat out. I want to read this real quick. This is from Teos. This is Governor's Reserve. I want you guys to not understand, but hear where this whiskey is from. So, where'd it go? Here we go. Let me just shrink my screen real quick. So, Teos Lightning is Teos Lightning is a reboot by KGB Spirits of one of the oldest American whiskey brands. It was originally distilled in 1820 by Simon Turley of Arroyo Hondo, New Mexico, popularized by southwestern settlers, fur trappers, and Native Americans. Turley was killed in Teos Pueblo Revolt of 1847, and now the brand rides again. It's made from 95% rye with 5% wheat, aged at least 4 years, and new charred oak in a warehouse at a high, dry mountain elevation that is open to the elements. It is not very expensive. It runs probably $30 to $40. It is not crazy. And after sitting with it all episode, drinking it, etc., it's very good. It is a very good rye. I wasn't a fan of it to begin with, if I'm being honest. But the aftertaste, it kind of sitting here, I'm very much a fan of it. I think it's very good. And it's a really good bang for your buck. If you're looking for a rye whiskey that isn't super expensive, has a little bit of a taste to it, here you go, Teos Lightning. Just a little bit of a tasting notes, and I'm just reading this off of a review just to make sure I get them all correctly here. It is typical spice flavors are more subtle, allowing a delicate floral essence to blossom with notes of green tea, grapefruit peel, thyme, and chive blossoms. The wheat is the mash bill contributes light honey sweetness I 100% get the honey. The honey is for sure there. All tied together with Wheaties cereal flavor. Wheaties, I guess I haven't had Wheaties in a very long time, so I can't confirm or deny that. But either way, it's a really cool blend. It's a very, very cool blend. Honestly, and this might be going out too far, but Andy and anybody else who has had it, it tastes like a rye version in the family of Starward. It has that kind of taste to it. So if you've had Starward, that might pique your interest a little bit. So Tails Lightning, Governor's Reserve straight rye whiskey, straight out of New Mexico. Super cool. Very, very thankful for my parents for bringing this back for me. Bottled by KGB Spirits from Rancho de los Luceros Distillery in Mexico. 90 proof as well. Super cool. Probably one of the more unique whiskeys I have on my rack, if I'm being honest. Very, very happy I finally got to try that. So, yeah. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, and my cap is no longer working, which is awesome. Look at this. That's awesome. Damn twist offs. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that now. I guess I'll have to drink it. If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll end tonight's show. Look, I apologize for not getting on this sooner, doing this quicker, more frequently, but I really plan on doing it. It's difficult sometimes because I have priorities with both Apocalypse and a certain point of view, but I definitely want to put this as high as I possibly can. I love talking with you guys. I love talking whiskey. I love talking about random things I love. Television shows, figures. It could be Star Wars. It could be indie, which we're going to do some indie stuff in the next coming month or so. So I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join me on a frequent basis. I'm not going to say weekly basis. I'm going to say a frequent basis. I will say this. I don't have an exact date. But Sean Soley and I do have a show planned, topic and everything, to get on, shoot the shit, talk as buddies as we usually do. And that'll be coming soon. It could very well be coming within the next week already. It could be coming in the next 2 weeks. And yeah, so to answer your questions in the chat real quick, Star Drew, no Apocalypse tomorrow. We actually decided to probably about an hour and a half ago, right before I jumped on here. The boys, so Keith is dealing with some work/family stuff. I wasn't able to make the show anyway. And so the boys were like, let's just take the week off for Apocalypse. Plus, both Brian and Jacob are officially on summer break. And so they would like a breather from school. And yeah, so we're going to take tomorrow off from Apocalypse. You will see stuff from us throughout the week. We're trying to do our best on keeping up with shorts, stuff like that. So you'll see our faces. And then Gordon, no POV tonight just because it's Memorial Day. Some of the crew members had plans. Some of us just decided, you know what, let's take a breather tonight, take the show off. I know Memorial Day isn't for everybody. Not everybody celebrates it. But here in the States we do. And so we decided to just take the night off. But for anybody interested or wanting to, maybe watching, Patreon, POV Patreon. We have our Obi-Wan Kenobi series trivia tomorrow. Our bar trivia runs tomorrow. We're going to be testing the View crew on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Super, super excited. Really, really looking forward to that. Our first ever Star Wars, our first ever TV trivia. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. Hope you all are there. Really excited. All of our patrons who are already a part of it. If not, hit that tier. Come and join us. I promise you it's a blast. It is a blast. We have so much fun asking questions, joking around, having fun. It's a lot of fun. And we would love to have more people involved in that. Andy, I agree. More time for Brian to stream. I agree. We need to get him on that ASAP. Blow him up. Twitter, on Discord. Let that guy know that we want to see him playing video games. It's been too damn long. He's only played Jedi Survivor once. But look, he's been finishing up with school. Now it's summer break, and he can get to it. So hopefully we get more of that on POV as well. So find all the links in the description. I really appreciate you guys again. It's been an absolute blast. One last look at my Scarlet Witch before I wrap it up. There she is in all her glory. I'm going to post her up right next to Mando and put her next to her ears. Again, guys, everyone watching live, Really appreciate it. It's been a blast. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. And for the patrons, I will see you guys tomorrow. Sign up. Please sign up because I would love to see your faces. If not, I will catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.